Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video today talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield, some possible rumors, or definite rumors, and some possible leaks rather. And this one's gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna cover a couple different things that have been spreading around the internet, but you guys sent them over my way, and I thought they were definitely worth bringing up here. And we've had the rumor mill turning over the last couple days since the most recent announcement of Galarian forms, which I personally am very excited about. So I asked the question to you, what Pokemon do you want to see get a Galarian form the most? You can let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like button down below if you enjoy what I do, and subscribe if you guys are new. I post Pokemon videos every single day, and I'm going to be grinding out for Pokemon Sword and Shield, have no doubt about that. For me, I think a Galarian, I really want to see like Galarian Ariados, such a great Pokemon. And I've also talked about Galarian Masquerain, which would be really cool. Ice and Bug, man, that could be kind of neat. But anyway, we've got some interesting stuff here, including CoroCoro leaking, which, by the way, CoroCoro should be coming out in the next few days. We've seen the cover. The cover doesn't have anything Pokemon related on it. It's likely that it has something Pokemon on the inside, though. I wouldn't be surprised. But here we are, CoroCoro, baby, which is a magazine in Japan that comes out in the middle of the month every month. Generally features Pokemon information. However, Pokemon has kind of gotten ahead of the CoroCoro cycle nowadays, and they normally actually like kind of release a trailer and then CoroCoro comes out, so it doesn't leak, you know what I mean? But this is a parent CoroCoro thing. I'm gonna call this fake, just so you guys know, but I thought it was interesting. So if you see it elsewhere, you can pretty much assume it's fake. They did a pretty like relatively convincing job. I mean, I don't know it's 100% fake. I can't actually read it, but I'm just gonna assume it's fake. This Arbok looks so fake, dude. Like, to me, I see this Arbok, I'm like, that does not look real at all. The Masquerain looks super duper cool and actually ties into a rumor that I covered the other day that might be legit, the one with all the pictures with the penguin with the hat on it and the Galarian wheezing, and it had that kind of like spider web with the eye in the middle. This is really piggybacking off of that. It looks like the Masquerain looks super duper epic. You've got Galarian Linoone up there. You've got the Zigzagoon, looks pretty legit there. But again, I'm gonna write this off as a fake because the Arbok just looks so fake to me. And I think that's something right here. It doesn't say Paqueta Monster. I think it says like, I don't know, it just doesn't line up right. So we're gonna call this one fake, but I thought it was interesting. There are some things I wanted to talk about in this video that have some credibility to them that I thought were pretty interesting. So let's talk about this one here. This is a story leak that kind of came out, and it kind of maybe details some interesting parts of the storyline. You start the game at Hatshire Village. Sonia delivers the starters to Hop's house. Hop picks the Pokemon weaker to use, so if you choose Scorbunny, he'll choose Sobble. Wait, that's not how that works though. You're saying if I choose weaker to yours, that's backwards. If I choose Scorbunny, that would mean he'd pick Grookey because it'd be weak to me. After beating the first two gyms, you'll meet a veteran trainer along the way with Yamper, Arcanine, and Togetic. If you beat him, he'll give you an EV. Alright, fair enough. You'll meet Bede when arriving at Oakmore Town, but you won't be able to battle him until you beat Milo, which is the grass-type gym. Leon relinquishes his title to go catch your version's opposite legendary. Marnie doesn't join the league as she rushes to catch your version's legendary. The champion title is vacant, and then when you beat the Elite Four, there's already a battle to determine the new champion. Hop and faces Bede, but it inevitably loses, and then Rose and Oleana urge you to catch the legendary and won't allow you a chance for the championship until you do so. Dude, I don't believe it. I'm not buying it, man. This part just doesn't make any sense, and like this is just a bunch of random story nonsense. So I'm just done skis. Just throw it out, dude. We're gonna throw this one out. Let's talk about this one, man. A couple YouTubers have covered this one, and this is a big one. A lot of people were tweeting me this one, dude. They were like, aDrive, this is from July, dude. I think it's legit. It talks about stuff like Galarian forms and stuff like that. But guys, gyms are Milo, Nessa, Kabu, Opal, Rhoda, Loki, and Serm, Myrtle, and Rufus. Dudes, they already announced two gym leaders, B, and Alistair, the fighting and ghost type gym, which is not talked about in this post. Guys, come on. Dude, like, listen, I love covering rumors. I love covering potential leaks because it's super duper fun to do. And, you know, there's always the chance that one slips through the crack. We get to take a look at something before it comes out. But, like, stuff like this, man, dude, you gotta just, like, at least look at it. Just ask yourself, there was one, by the way, that was going around that predicted Galarian wheezing. It talked about Linoone and stuff like that. But the date was wrong, too. So, just kind of an FYI, if you're ever looking at any rumors and stuff, look at the date. I mean, the date can be edited in Photoshop, but one dude had it as like Wednesday, you know, July 27th or whatever, and the 27th was a Saturday, so you can kind of throw that out. But we're not even going to bother reading through this really, because It's not even, dude, like the gyms, like it doesn't even have the gyms. Like it doesn't even include the gyms. It's not even right. Why? I don't know, man. That was really disappointing to me. Just in the fact that like a lot of people love this rumor apparently, and like there's some really cool stuff in there. Like this bottom piece here, a lot of people, I guess this is from the same thing, but this bottom piece, a lot of people were spreading because they were just like, oh my god, it covers the regional Pokemon. It covers the new Pokemon like a Ghost Umbrella, a Fire Steel Lizard, like this has to be legit. It piggybacks off the last leak, and it came out months ago. It's gotta be real, but the gyms aren't even right, so we just like throw it out right away. However, this one here, not that one. This one here is definitely the one that I think is in some ways worth talking about. It's newer. It doesn't backdate to anything. Let's talk about this one because this one might have some credibility to it, and I haven't thrown this one out just yet. But again, I love when you guys tweet them to me. If you see any cool rumors, feel free to send them my way, but at least, you know, try to do, I'm not saying that I am like super duper detective over here, but let's try to throw out the ones that, you know, don't have any sort of legitimacy to them. Anyway, finally posting this again after Bede was revealed, so you didn't think I was cheesing you. Bede uses the starter, super effective against yours. Also uses Corviknight as well as Duosion. Okay, so we've seen him with the Duosion. I can believe that he's got the starter that's good against you. Corviknight seems like a Pokemon that I could see him using. He is the jerk rival and the son of Chairman Rose, which is why Rose endorses him. Makes sense. For those who don't know, the emblem on Rose's little kind of little dude here, and on his belt buckle, I think, matches the emblem on the back of Bede's coat. So we do think there's some sort of a tie-in between Rose and Bede. I have no doubt about that, so I kind of buy into that. He teams up with Oleana later on in the game, knowing of her evil plans. I definitely think that Oleana is probably evil. I could see that as well. Hop hates being in his brother's shadow and tries his best to be the trainer who wants to defeat Leon. So we know that Leon is Hop's older brother. Leon is known as the best trainer in the region. Hop probably hates being in his brother's shadow. He feels betrayed by his brother when he finds out the truth behind Leon's true identity. And I do think that Leon has some sort of shenanigans. So this is a really interesting rumor here, and this is what I really wanted to cover in this video. Leon is a fraud champion and uses charm and charisma to stage fights with Chairman Rose. So it's like this conspiracy that Leon is like actually not the real champion, but they're throwing the fights in his favor. It's like kind of corruption. Marnie is related to the Queen of Galar and is trying to get away from the royal lifestyle. Now, this is very interesting. I believe that there would be a Queen of the Galar region. Makes sense, right? And it would be very interesting to see that Marnie was the daughter of the Queen, or at least related to the Queen, and then she kind of rebels and kind of takes on this different persona, dresses differently, doesn't want to dress like royalty, kind of dresses that punk like kind of vibe. I believe that, right? Like, that's a thing. However, Team Yell follows Marnie around by the orders of the Queen, which really doesn't sit well with Marnie. So maybe Marnie doesn't realize they're ordered by the Queen, but it's rather this kind of group of fanatics that are following Marnie, maybe protecting her, maybe watching her, making sure she doesn't do anything crazy, whatever it may be. Team Yell might have some kind of hidden agenda there being paid, so you never know. The order of the gyms go Grass, Water, Fire, Fairy, Fighting / Ghost, Dragon, Rock / Ground, and Steel. The final gym leader is the Queen of Galar, Marnie's mother, Ophelia. Okay, so that's very interesting. You got Fighting and Ghost, Rock and Ground flopped, Dragon, Fire, Fairy, Water, Grass. I think that all makes possible sense here. Battling the Queen as the final gym leader, okay. The final starter types are Grass and Rock, Fire, Water, Ghost. That lines up pretty accurately with what we've seen from the previous leak, which says that Scorbunny is a pure fighter, but I think that was a typo. I think it's pure fire. Grookey becomes a drummer. I think it could make sense that it was rock. And Sobble turns into Inteleon, which is a spy-themed chameleon. Water, Ghost makes sense. Grookey gets a signature rock-type move that is basically Outrage. That would be insane, by the way. Competitively, if Grookey had a move that was like 120 base power rock move with 100% accuracy that hits 2 to 3 turns that can confuse after that, that would be a very good move. Rock is one of the best offensive types in the game, and the one drawback to rock types generally is the fact that they have a high chance to miss, right? Think of Head Smash, Rock, Stone Edge, they both have a high chance to miss. Scorbunny gets a signature move that turns all fighting type moves into stab. That's very interesting. I don't know if that's a move that makes it so like you go for this move and you get a fighting type stab for a move that's not fighting type. I don't know if that was an ability or whatever. Sobble gets a signature move that is water and ghost type, kind of like Flying Press. That I don't necessarily rule out as well, because you have the opportunity. Flying Press is a move that is dual type, not really thought of too much. It's fighting and flying for Hawlucha, so it's not that crazy that they would do that. Galarian forms are every generation except 7 and include Lapras, Skuntank, Farfetch'd, Jumpluff, Darumaka, Cacturne, and more. The only thing that hangs me up there is we're supposed to be getting a Gigantamax form of Lapras, which tells me that it'd be weird if Lapras got a Galarian form, but I guess that's not that crazy. Farfetch'd is supposed to get some sort of an evolution, so we'll see. And it could have a Galarian form and then an evolution. That's what happened with Linoone. So I guess it all makes sense, right? Like, I guess that kind of lines up. One thing I'm a little skeptical about is I personally don't think Cacturne makes the game, because Cacturne, Maractus is already confirmed. So I have a hard time feeling like Cacturne's going to be in the game. Why would there be 2 Cactus Pokemon? But maybe there is 2 Cactus Pokemon. I guess it's not that crazy. I mean, if there's 700 Pokemon in the dex or 600 Pokemon make the dex, then like, it wouldn't be that crazy. Galarian forms can't Gigantamax. So that already kind of conflicts with the fact that Lapras is supposed to get a Gigantamax form, but perhaps it doesn't get a Gigantamax form, but rather it gets a Galarian form. I don't know. Along with the new Galarian forms, there's going to be a new Pokemon introduced, a Steel and Dragon type evolutions, Chromion and Vivarion, a haunted set of armor. Okay, so Steel and Dragon evolutions, it's been like a super big rumor for a long time now, so, you know, it is what it is, right? A haunted set of armor who's Ghost and Steel, poor Aegislash. The Waterfire Teapot Elephant Rose has been having, I can believe that. Wooloo's evolution is a dark type wolf in sheep's clothing, and more. I don't necessarily, like, I feel like there's been a lot of, like, fan rumors of Wooloo getting, like, a wolf in sheep's clothing type of vibe, and I can see that happening, but I see it more as, like, a split evolution, but I don't know. Your starters can Gigantamax, and only Pokemon in their final stage can Gigantamax. The Fat Pikachu and Meowth aren't true. Well, that's interesting. So calling out those rumors previously that have been proven true up to this point is a very bold statement, all right? I never felt like the Meowth was going to get a Gigantamax form from the previous leak. I thought it was really saying that Meowth was getting a Galarian form. The Fat Pikachu, I could believe Pikachu gets a Gigantamax form regardless. So I don't know really what to believe about that. That's kind of weird. And the actual evil team is Team Royal. They act as knights helping you on your journey. Their true goal is to harness the power of Eternatus and Meteodyna. Oleana, the queen, is the leader, and the player uses Zacian and Zamazenta respectively to combat Team Royal during the climax of the story. So some very interesting stuff here. There's some of it that I feel like I could definitely see being legitimate. There's some stuff that kind of makes me turn my head and say, because when you think about the fact that we have this one big leak that has come out so far that has hit everything true, I tend to think that it's going to continue to be true. Every single time they announce something, it's been true, it's been true, it's been true. So for this one to say that that one wasn't true makes me a little bit skeptical, but perhaps there's something slightly turned, things could change, you never know. So, curious what your thoughts are on all these different things. I wanted to cover a bunch of stuff because there's been so many different rumors going around. I wanted to debunk really quickly a few of them because a lot of you guys keep tweeting me like, aDrive, what about this one? This one looks legit. And I'm just like, wait, but it's not. You can clearly see that. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know which kind of Galarian Pokemon you want to see most in Sword and Shield. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.